Welcome to episode 4 of the Milkweed and Monarch project. In this episode, we look at the process of transformation for the Monarch Caterpillar, from its smallest to largest instar or phase of development. To raise monarchs, I use small mesh cages that allow airflow. I keep the smaller caterpillars in individual ventilated Tupperware containers. I used a few different methods of harvesting and storing milkweed this year. The first thing I tried was digging up an entire plant and putting it in its own pot with potting soil. I then put that pot in the cage and put the caterpillars directly on the plant. Later in the season, I made a DIY milkweed holder from an old egg carton and floral tubes. I cut the egg carton in half and made holes in the tops of the egg cells, cutting them with an X-Acto knife-like tool. I made sure the tubes fit in the new holes and repeated the process to make 2 of these holders. I taped them together with Scotch tape, which can easily be removed to clean and disinfect the container between uses. I filled the tubes with water and put milkweed leaves and stems in them. I made sure to clean and replenish them every day with fresh water and milkweed. When cleaning the space, I move the entire plant that a caterpillar is sitting on and put it back when I'm finished to avoid touching the caterpillars. You can see here the cage is lined with paper towels, covered in caterpillar waste or frass. This should be cleaned every day and new lining added to the bottom of the cage. It is also important to clean any milkweed you harvest to help prevent the spread of disease. I rinse my harvested milkweed outside, then store it in a vase of water. Before I feed it to my caterpillars, I make sure to rinse and dry each leaf a second time. In the last episode, we learned about finding monarch eggs. But what about caterpillars? You will want to start by searching for tiny holes in the milkweed leaves, where the young caterpillars have eaten. Look on the surrounding leaves, and most often you will find a small monarch caterpillar. Taking in eggs and caterpillars is a bit different, because older caterpillars are more likely to be parasited by predators such as wasps or flies. Make sure to isolate any older caterpillars from those hatched from an egg and keep a close eye on their development. The monarch eggshell will darken before the caterpillar emerges. When the caterpillar does emerge from its egg, it will often eat the shell as its first meal. During this first instar, it is difficult to see the caterpillars at all, they are so small. It is often easier to locate them from the freshly made bite patterns in the milkweed. The monarch caterpillar will shed its skin 5 times over the course of its life. The caterpillar goes through these 5 instars over a short period of just 11 to 18 days. Each phase takes around 3 to 4 days, depending on weather. Before it molts, the monarch caterpillar will find a place to sit still for about 24 to 48 hours. If you notice a caterpillar sitting still, do not disturb it until it is finished molting. They often will move to a secluded spot, such as the side of the cage, or sit under a leaf. The monarch caterpillar sheds its skin to accommodate its rapid growth. Because over the course of 2 weeks, monarch caterpillars grow to an estimated 2,700 times their initial body weight. This means that a single caterpillar can eat a full-size milkweed plant or more all to itself. This also means you need to make sure you have a lot of fresh milkweed to feed your caterpillars. After the caterpillar sheds its skin or its exoskeleton, it will appear a brighter yellow color. It will then continue to sit still until its skin hardens and its antennae stick up again. The final stage of molting is when the caterpillar's face cap falls off, which you can see next to this caterpillar. Afterwards, the caterpillar might eat its shed skin for nutrition, as well as to prevent predators from knowing the caterpillar was there. When the caterpillar reaches instar 5, it will soon begin a more extreme transformation as it sheds its skin for the final time. It will become a chrysalis, and finally a butterfly, which we will see in episode 5.